I'm probably not going to be watching Instagram as much. You should definitely go to YouTube. It's definitely way better. There is a chat there. There is, it's just a lot better. So go to YouTube. It's going to be a lot of fun over there. Okay. For those of you that are going over to YouTube, I'll give it like a minute. Let me know if everything's coming through well in the chat over there, because then I can kind of see how things are going. Can't see the stream. Am I sponsored by cordless jump ropes? I'm not sponsored by cordless jump ropes. I'm not a fan of cordless jump ropes. For everyone in Instagram, though, I will actually. Oh no, never mind. I won't. I had a video that I was gonna play, but I didn't save it. So there's that. If you guys go check now, you should see it's live on the YouTubes. There we go. Now I can see you guys popping in. Let's see. Uh-oh. All right. Cool. You guys can see it. Perfect. Get out of here, Francis. All right. Let's watch this. We're going to do the best that we can. For everyone that is on... Tina, what's up? Thanks for joining YouTube. For everyone that is on YouTube, give me a heads up on the audio. We are probably going to need to adjust some of that. And we'll just roll with it. Oh, there we go. Sweet.
Let's be honest, not everybody could be a Michael Jordan if we tried. Not everybody could be a Tiger Woods. Not everybody could be an Emily Bonnet.
Is it coming through?
Here we go.
YouTube.
Emily, a sophomore at Warren High School, won the gold medal at the rope skipping world championships in Talabijara, Australia. This is cool because this is the 50th anniversary edition of Sports Illustrated, and I'm in here with Michael Jordan, so it makes me feel pretty good.
That's so cool. Yeah, this movie, there might be a delay, actually.
Most people have no clue really what we do. They just picture a child standing there jumping rope.
You have to be a little bit different to be in the sport of jump rope.
Movie that actually legitimately did How about now? Is the audio a little bit clearer? I turned it down a notch.
People don't really say anything. They just go by and look at you like you're weird.
Jump rope isn't a sissy sport.
Oh, dude, so many good quotes at the beginning of this. I remember watching this for the first time and being like so hyped.
We're a baby compared to the big scheme of all the sports. We're small.
It grows and grows and becomes infectious, like rock and roll started off small, and look at how it's changed society.
Alright, I turned my volume on my mic up like a lot. So I don't know if that's gonna help.
Ready or roll. The Double Dutch Championship was started by community relations detective Dave Walker.
There
Very popular because the cost is low. All you have to have is a little bit of space and a double strand of rope.
Every single year, the bar is raised and the competition is harder.
The speed scores get higher. Every year, the freestyle routines are taken up a notch.
Here we go. So let me pause for a second. So that guy that you just saw, Dave Walker, and then who you're about to see, Richard Sindali, are like jump rope. The way it is now is because of those two guys, pretty much. Like it's so hard to like overstate the impact of what these guys did for where the sport is now. It's wild. Okay, but we'll keep going. I think if I pause too many times,
There's a new
Wait.
twist on rope skipping these days. The man responsible for the whole thing, Richard Sindali.
Richard Sindali.
They went from schoolyard kids jumping rope in their local gyms, and nationals was thrown in, and the stakes got really, really high.
You are competing to be the first in the nation.
This event has flown by once again. It seems like they just keep getting better every year, and the bar just keeps on getting raised.
You have the ones who play it safe, and the others who just go for it.
Children start off tripping, and then they just turn into swans.
There it is. You guys are gonna see some jumpers when they were a lot younger. There she is, Tori Boggs.
Just this little girl who, without hard work, would be where I am today. And I know there's a lot of people that probably want to beat me right now. But of course, my job is to beat myself. I'm my greatest competitor right now.
There it is.
That's pretty awesome.
Tori started out very young in jumping, and she went to her first tournament, and she actually, I think, came in last place. And she came home and she said, never again.
Think
Never
about that.
again will I
Tori
be in last
Tori
place.
was 12 years old working on a backwards kamikaze.
That's a master's level.
Really? Yeah. There should be like a level higher than masters that should be in.
You guys are raising the bar when you try those kind of
That's
tricks.
facts.
That's what it's all about, raising the bar.
Tori's one of those people that thrives on competition. I think if you were playing marbles out on the playground, I think Tori would want to beat you.
You guys are selling yourselves way.
There's so many different personalities too that you guys are gonna get introduced to, and that's
I
so
am a
so
coach, I'm a judge, and I'm a mom.
Why are you shortchanging yourself? Why are you allowing yourself that kind of mediocrity?
And I hate to lose.
3 minutes speed. These scores better be good or we're going to do it again.
I like speed because you aren't judged on presentation and speed. You aren't judged on difficulty. You're just supposed to go as fast as you can.
Just gotta go fast. This is the part that Francis loves. This is the speed.
I find as a parent coach that you're always harder on your own child. And fortunately, I think my child is very good at handling that.
Yeah. Everyone likes
I
speed,
have
dude.
so much fun in the sport of jump rope. There you go. It's just natural for me. I just want to give it all I have.
That sums up my life. That's funny. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, dude, Razzmatazz, Jeff, and Nick. Oh.
We're at the Toyota Center for Youth Rockets, and this is where we work.
We're here like every game, going out there jumping, so I think it gives jump rope just a little bit more exposure. It just kind of makes the sport grow.
This was
in
like
basketball, of course, you can win all the games, but the change, there really isn't any change unless maybe you make up a new dunk.
So keep in mind, this is like whatever, I don't know, 2007, 2008 or whatever. However many years ago that was, somewhere between 10 and 15, right? Nick was already doing like top tier, like the best of the best performances back then, just to put things into perspective. Because like we talk about Isaiah Jumps, what's up? We talk about like Nick being super good, obviously, and like being a legend of the sport. But like Nick was already like master, not only at jumping, but like master at being able to perform and put on a real exciting show. But like he was doing that before I even started jumping. So there's that. Yeah, Nick was a little.
But you jump
less
rope,
muscle.
I can become the best by thinking of new things.
Still a
and
lot, but
being
not
able
as
to
much
do
as
stuff
now.
that no one else has ever done before.
What if you did something like, sorry?
Are you serious?
That's also what I really like about this movie is they actually give you like a little glimpse of what it's like for competitive jumpers to like go through their routines and like work on stuff and try to figure out what to put into the routine, which I think is super cool.
You know it's gonna have to be hard. My thinking is, if it's not the hardest, it's not the best.
That's facts.
When I create tricks, there's Nick, and oh, hey, Nick, you can do pretty much everything. So I create a trick and I throw it at him. He's like, okay, I'll try this. Well, he'll do it in the first time. It kind of makes me mad.
Like, I'm Jeff's guinea pig for him. I mean, mainly like Jeff will think of him. And
Francis, be quiet, dude.
It's like, wow, I made that trick. It came from me and my inspiration. It's really satisfying.
All right, guys, I want y'all to kind of take a look at these guys' routine. It's pretty crazy stuff.
Nick didn't even
With
need
Nick,
Jeff
and
there. He
Katrina,
just
my
like
coaching
flipped over
philosophy
him.
is if they have a goal for themselves, well, they don't necessarily need me as a coach to be there holding their hand every second. A lot of times I just watch in amazement at what they've.
I'm gonna be pausing a lot, you guys, just because that's kind of the way I roll during movies. So the chat I'm reading most is like Discord and YouTube because I can see it easier. I'm not on Instagram anymore. It was distracting. Tina, you can watch the movie. This movie is really hard to find. It's not on Amazon Prime, to my knowledge. You can sometimes like buy it on Amazon, but you probably need to go to Nutshell Productions and like buy it through them directly. Or if you literally cannot find this anywhere at all after Googling, I may have a link with some files, although I'm sure that's probably pretty illegal, but, let me put it this way, since this is live. It's not my link. It's a link that I found on the internet.
Been able to create without me. From what I saw today, nobody in the United States can touch you if you don't miss. And I think that's for you guys. It's hit or miss, and you hit it one day, you're going to win a gold medal. And if you don't hit it, you've got
Francis.
5,000 jump roping fans that are amazed at the new trick you created. I feel like the foundation I've laid for them as far as setting goals and hard work, they can take and do on their own.
Yeah, this is a good documentary too. Like, it's not even just like
3 times, we're not going.
Oh, it's jump rope. Oh,
We're
this
just
is
gonna hear it
bad.
and
This is bad.
No flip.
Watch this, you guys.
No.
I hate that skill so much. I hate that
first
skill.
2 times, don't do it. This move has been done for a while now. It's called the Destroyer.
They like to call it the Destroy Her.
Because when we do it, this is what it looks like. 1, 2. That's called the Destroyer. It's never really been done with one hand. Everyone's like 1, 2, ready, go. They have a lot of setup time. This is grab and rip. I don't care what's gonna happen. This is what we're doing right now. This stuff's real risky.
So cool. Yeah, I've done the Destroyer in my own routines before, and I've done it where the person I am flipping doesn't commit and they slam their face into the ground. It's really not good. The movie is called literally Jump, exclamation mark, the documentary. Fatality, yeah, for real.
Bust her head open or break her neck.
But Jeff wouldn't allow that to happen.
Her life is in my hand. God. I'm joking. Turn around, let's do it.
All right, ready?
Yeah, we're going.
Okay.
1.
Oh yeah, that was good. What? Nick just does like a front handspring over both of them. What is that? John Vincent, what's up, dude?
Ready? Go.
Oh yeah, ADDL. This is.
I've been
this
coaching
is
a
good
little
stuff right
over
here.
15 years, but this is actually our first time ever entering the USA jump rope. This league seems just a little different from ADDL league, so we wanted to see what the USA jump rope was about.
At the ADDL, every time we go to the competition, the world,
we always went first. Like, it was just too easy. So we went to another league, and now that we at this other league, we got a lot of competition.
What a flex.
It's something different for them. I'm glad they had
It's
this
just too
opportunity
easy.
where they
It's
be
just
able
too
to
easy.
meet different people.
But it's true, they're really good.
Sean Hamilton.
Makes sense.
He's a world champion, and he's going to just share some information about the new league that we're going to be involved in.
I'm the chairman of a committee called the Jumper Outreach and Opportunities Committee. My goal is to find a way to bring in more people, to bring in more people, to bring in more people, until you're not fighting over a trophy, you're fighting over an Olympic medal.
Now, with the new league, it looks
That's
like
Sean,
what they
the man, the myth, the
really
legend.
go for is the rope tricks. Is that true?
What the USA promotes is all around jumping, is that you should not be able to just be a jumper. You should also be able to be a turner. You take a gymnast and let him flip all day, you have a gymnast flipping. But when you add skilled jumpers that can turn, you have jump rope. And that's a huge difference.
I kind of disagree with that premise, but this was also a long time ago, right? Like, should you be a well-rounded jumper, or should you give the opportunity for jumpers to specialize? I think there should be both, but this was also a long time
Was it
ago.
hard? Not really. Did the turners do anything? No, they just turn. But if she does a jump through while she does a trick,
That was cool, right?
the fact that I did an additional trick with her bumps it up, okay? Your goal is to never have one thing going by itself. That's the point.
Yeah,
That's the point.
$49.95 is
If it's
pretty
easy,
expensive.
trust me,
Not gonna lie,
you
for
gotta
this
challenge
movie, but
yourself, okay?
I would really
One thing
check
I want
out.
you guys to understand is this. I've heard the term you guys use.
You should look at Nutshell
your
Productions,
league and
their
our
actual
league.
website.
It's all our league. The second you became a member of USA Jump Rope, you are part of it. It's all love. We come to jump rope, basically, and that's the one thing that unites us, no matter what color, age, sex, creed, ethnicity, religion, whatever. You come to jump, have a good time, and love the sport. Keep spreading, all right?
This is a good message. That didn't always play out in competition, but that was mostly the vibe most of the time, which was cool.
When I first started, I was more of a eat jump rope, think jump rope, sleep jump rope, drink jump rope. Now I think that I'm good enough to the point where I can just do jump rope at practice.
I'm drinking jump rope right now. Just kidding. It's
Growing
coffee.
up, I was around a lot of bad influences. If I wasn't jumping rope, that I would be one of the thugs on the streets instead of the mature way that I've turned out.
They profile a lot
All
of really
these
fun
pictures on the wall are
personalities for this movie.
pictures of the team that have been in the paper over the last 10 years, really. This was at the mayor's office. It was Marcus Taylor Day. They dedicated it to Marcus. In 2004, Marcus was the Grand National Champion in triple unders, Grand National Champion in single rope freestyle, and Grand National Champion in double dutch with the two girls.
What? I am trying.
Before I was joined up with them, it was getting really boring.
It is
I had
7:30 in the
won
morning,
trophies,
Francis.
and I had set records and broke records. It was just like, there's nothing else that I can win.
Why are you scared?
You guys aren't ready for this.
I mean, don't like this one scared.
You're not ready for this.
Joining up with them just made me like, this is fun.
Have the rope.
Just like this.
Sometimes it makes me feel good that she feels bad. I think when Caitlin feels bad, then she does better. She gets better and better every time I choke her down, and that's why I reward her.
Good.
Marcus was a student of mine when he was in the first grade. He was just such a talent, you could see it, and you know that he was just destined to be a champion. And I was able to convince him that when you have a passion for something and you're so good at it, why quit?
Oh my God! Why did you do that?
Me yelling at them is like really killing them, and I know it makes them want to kill me, but I don't even mean to come off as yelling. I think I'm talking loud, but I think
Just
that
talking loudly,
if
you
they even
guys.
start crying, I still don't give them any sympathy.
What is going on? Somebody's going down. You're slowing down.
Because if I'm yelling at you, learn from it.
All right. Well, I've watched Marcus grow up. And he's become
Francis,
almost like a
if
son.
I'm ever yelling at
There's
you,
been times
you just
when I
need
wanna
to
kill
take that
him,
as a lesson,
and
dude.
there's been times when I'm so proud of him I want to burst. You just develop a bond because there's just so many things that go on during that time.
I know. How can you make that?
I continue to pray every day that, this means something in his life.
Tomorrow, everybody get here on time and work on it more.
I get really frustrated, but I am not going to let them argue with me and tell me what to do when I know, best.
See why you got to get here on time? Because see what time it is now?
Yelling is talking loudly. What are you talking about? Here we go. This is Shane Windsor, Lee Reisig. Oh man, this is an iconic spot.
I guess I'm more of a speed monger than anything else. I do push them. It's a challenge for the kids. They just set goals and work towards them, and then feel great when they achieve them, and then set them a little higher with anything. And I think it teaches a lot of character, self-motivation, discipline, and they've got all the rest of their lives to sleep. They don't complain, but I know that they feel like after 4 hours of practice that they put in a full day.
Oh yeah, Francis's favorite. Dude, Lee is cooking back there.
This is my 10th year jumping, because I went to this elementary school and Mrs. Hay was our PE teacher, and she had a club, and so my friends were all in the club and like, hey, you need to come to Jump Rope Club, it's really cool. And then eventually they all left and I just stayed with it.
That's facts, dude. That's how it went for me.
Every day is jump rope competitions throughout the year.
No, I am not in
friends
this, Francis.
it consumes my
before
whole
my
entire
time.
life.
Actually,
it revolves around it.
They released this right around my time.
I could not imagine what it'd be like
I can't
without
remember
it.
the exact.
No, I'd be probably 200 pounds heavier.
2 minutes!
By this age, I know I'm not going to get the top score. I can't do it. I can't go as fast as some of those kids are going. So by now I have just have personal goals. I want to hit a certain number. I want to get my routine with no mistakes.
Pick it up, let's go, you can do it!
My life right now, it's basically school, work, jump rope. I'm getting a degree in mechanical engineering, but my focus is on jump rope and my main passion is for jump rope. Okay, I'll just show you the basic pretzel. Basic pretzel is where you just are like this. You're doing 2 weaves at the same time. I always want to be known as an innovator more than anything.
So you want to put a leg through that?
You can. It frustrates me to see people who aren't using their imaginations very well. Wait, it's easier this way. There we go. And I'm in the process of creating a single rope jump-a-bet, I call it.
This does not make sense to me at all.
Here it is. This is the original.
hardest thing in the world for me to learn how to do.
I was thinking of using like Greek alphabets and stuff, but I don't think it would fit.
Yeah, that's a little bit over my head. I don't understand all of it. There's supposed to be like a letter that represents every movement that you do with the rope.
What are go-go's
It was
and
smart.
JoJo's and so-sos?
He tries to talk to us in it, and I was like, let's start from SCTJ or whatever, and you're just like, I didn't catch that one, sorry. Tell me what it is in human talk.
Lee from Team Show maps out everything and every rotation of every person in a different spot and hands them to everyone. It's insane.
And that's explaining every
Lee is
move
next
in
level,
the
you
double
guys.
Dutch ropes.
I get it, you're just freaking blowing my mind with all this stuff.
I kept it. But the cool part was we were like, is this going to be too long or too short? Well, there's 120 jumps. If we go 80 beats a minute, we're going to make it. I brought out the metronome, and it's like boom, 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 and I'm like, all right, we're going to make it.
This is literally the first
I don't really feel weird, but I think
Trictionary.
that people think I'm nuts.
It's cool. You're just crazy.
Yeah, you're just crazy. Yep.
You're crazy.
Lee.
So the Trictionary that Lee. Let me press play.
I don't know.
Here we go. That was like an out of flattery. Still, the Trictionary that Lee made. Chris and I revisited it and then have been working on changing and modifying and including a lot of things that didn't exist back then. But what Lee originally did is so hard to contextualize because he just thought of it. He just did, he was actually self-taught. He didn't watch a video that taught him and then called himself self-taught. He actually just figured it out and was self-taught and figured it out. And so then Chris and I have gone back through and the big complaint with Lee's original Jump-a-bet or Trictionary was that people just couldn't understand. You just heard it, right? People couldn't understand. They didn't know what was going on because it was too far abstracted away from the actual jump rope names and skills. So that's where Chris and I have changed a couple things and added a couple things to make it a little more readable and usable. But Lee's still so beyond because you saw all those papers he had of all of his routines and I think he mapped out double dutch. I don't know if he like has a language for double dutch, but that would be a massive undertaking. I don't even know how you would do that. But you probably have to do it like a tiered thing. Anyway.
What he does at college, but all I know is that he jumps. I think he jumps ropes all the time.
That's so cool. I duplicated that at one point because it was so awesome. Not as good as Lee, but it's very fun.
And Shane, he has a really great jumping style too. Just like he does things that no one would ever think of.
Slam dunk.
Shane's got the best form you could ask for.
Yeah, he really does.
So I gotta find tricks unique to me because I'm not gonna be able to better him going that same route. I've gotta choose a different way.
Lee came down to Boise State last year for school. So I get pushed more with him around, and we just have been able to put stuff together that we wouldn't have been able to do before.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Don't rush.
I think they feed off each other. I think their creativity comes out. And they can express themselves so well in this sport.
Good. I really want to remake a movie like this. Like, I really want to.
Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you and praise you,
You have a friend,
for another day, a
A.S.
beautiful day.
McAleese? That's
Jump rope
hilarious.
is the most important thing to me outside of family, friends, and of course the Lord. He is always first.
We ask that you would help their feet to fly fast and help their ropes
Fast
to
feet.
go over their heads cleanly so that there are no
But yeah,
misses
the
today.
jumping is
Whenever we get to competition, we always pray that
Even
He
such a
just
long time ago,
bless
it's
our
so
rally
nuts.
skippers, especially to do their best. But we always make sure to pray for everyone else first.
In Jesus' name,
This reminds me that there's like still so many things that I need to do.
This is always the
Work on.
exciting part. Everybody goes in a good mood, and by the end of the day, you see
I would like to do a
disappointments
remake.
and
Making a jump rope
the day ends a
documentary is
little
like
differently for some of the kids when it
definitely
starts.
a legitimate life goal.
Eat one, station 8, okay?
Station 8! It's a big deal. If you don't make it here, you don't go to the
You
nationals.
guys probably didn't catch that shit on
You
pause.
are physically prepared to jump. Don't let your head get in the way of what your body's trained to do. You worked and you sweat and you went through all that pain, and now this is fun. This is a payoff, okay? That's what it's all about. Everybody in here, let's go.
Hoping they'll show like a good view of like the whole gym at some point. Okay, this is probably like a decent frame. This is literally what regional competitions look like. Your team has like a corner, literally a corner of or like a part of the gym. And usually if you've got the space, one gym is like kind of like this, where you've got a practice area where everyone's just kind of messing around and training and sometimes talking and stuff. That is Tori. That is Tori Boggs. And then there's usually like on the other side, the main gym where people are competing, because you can't practice where people are competing. So they usually have it separated. But I don't know if you saw earlier, but there was like a bunch of papers on the wall. That's how they they still do that today, I think. That's how they used to show you where your heats were and like who's going when. It was you had to pay attention. Freestyle. There we go. So this is a good view. Not every gym was as nice as this one, but a lot of them have like a little bleacher section. That's where all the parents kind of hang out, and then they rope off the area for actual competing. And everyone's just like standing around watching you. So when you do like your single rope freestyle, or when your speed's a little bit easier because everyone usually goes at the same time, but like single rope freestyle, it's you on half a basketball court, no one else is jumping, and you have to perform your routine in front of judges and everybody else who's watching you. It's pressure.
Tori! Tori's up!
Go!
Yeah, you kind of see that here.
Freestyle events are judged on content, which includes difficulty and number of tricks that the kids actually perform, but also presentation.
540, that was good.
Whether the kids do the tricks well with good technique. And the only thing that limits a freestyle routine is the imagination of the kids and, of course, their athletic ability.
So it's like Bring It On.
I was holding my breath.
Probably not the best comparison.
I'm always nervous because I always want to do well, and I always want to try to be perfect, and I always want to try my hardest, and I know I can make mistakes. I know everyone makes mistakes, but it's how hard you've worked all year that decides whether you're going to make a mistake at the competition.
This would be fun to rewatch with like everyone who was profiled, like a panel, like have like Tori, Nick, Jeff, Lee, Shane, like have like the whole and everyone else, like the whole group.
For a few times, yeah, okay,
On
you
here,
did. You
watching
tried
is
hard
really
those
fun.
times, but every day you have to try your hardest, and every day you have to give it all that you have. And at competition, that one time, if you can just give it everything you have and do your best, I think that is really what success is.
Also winning. That's how it feels. Yeah, watch party, exactly. I think Snorri is just like, I think it's just like a nickname, you know?
I have exercise-induced asthma. It is a big deal because it's very painful whenever you do this.
Bobby, what's up? Yes,
It
dude.
feels like you just want to stop and breathe, but I want to do the best I can, so I can't give in. Makes it even more challenging, which I like.
Dude, because you gotta win, Francis. That's the sport.
Okay. Good job.
Also, when you get a good run of speed, so good, so fun.
Since there's nobody in our category, really, regionals is more of a practice. Even though we kind of know we're going to make it, we still kind of want to go out there and jump.
That's a real thing. A lot of regions are so like small that if you show up, you're gonna make it to nationals. That's how it was in my case. Which is like, you kind of wish it was gonna be harder, but
Jump rope, that's just this bond that everybody just had. Everybody's together. Everybody's one with each other. Everybody wants to promote jumping as much as they can. I can live without competition.
yeah.
I really just love the friendship.
John, yes,
If you don't have friendships,
I have
everybody,
competed for 3 minute
there's no
speed,
point.
and it's always so much harder than you. Did you guys see that? Okay, sorry. So John, yes, I have competed 3 minute speed many times. Can you guys hear that plane? I don't know if you guys just saw what I saw, but this is like really fun for me to rewatch because I'm seeing a lot of detail. That destroyer that we watched earlier, where Jeff, pulls her up into the air and then she has a flip. I don't know if you saw it, but he actually took his free hand and he scooped her flip as he was pulling her. I never saw that. That's super cool.
I thought this competition was great.
Dude. What is up, Grim Leaper? How are you doing? Did you just miss the speed? We just watched speed, dude. I hope you're doing well, man.
Great.
We're watching jump right now. Region 8, that was my region. I'm not in this, but that was my region.
And jump up from competition after competition, you see the same people.
I have competed in that exact gym. It's a good gym.
You just get close to jump rope because you spend so much time together.
Hi, how are you? Good, how are you doing?
There we go. Now Grim's happy. And now everyone's happy that Grim's here.
It's almost like a big family, so everyone's kind of rooting each other on.
Although,
Even though
you know what was annoying is that when I competed in Region 8 at that gym, they had, like, the year before, they split up the regions and redivided them. So Summer Wind Skippers was no longer in our region, which was such a bummer because if that hadn't happened, I would have competed against like Lee and Shane, which I would have gotten dusted, of course, but that would have been so awesome. But that was not the case.
of course you want your team to win, but you're also happy when someone else gets their routine flawless, and it's awesome.
That's very true. It's a very supportive. Like, you are excited for other jumpers.
I think in competition, once your guard of emotions gets broken, and I think it's really hard to control them. Jump rope sucks. Oh gosh.
It doesn't really happen, by the way. Like, that's really unfortunate that happened while they were filming.
Goes through a period of time in their life where jump rope's kind of made fun of, and I mean it's definitely harder on the guys because nobody understands it unless they see it.
They're like, oh, you're a jump roper, you must be gay or stuff like that. But
Middle school is a hard
that sucks
time.
that happened.
Jump rope,
I've never
everyone's
encountered that.
Yeah.
It does hurt us to some extent, but by now we all know that they're just like don't have any
Fair enough,
self-confidence
Grim.
about themselves.
It would have been so much fun though, dude. Like you already know that would have been fun. Oh, such a good routine.
What we're looking for, we're deducting from misses, but we're also looking at how smoothly they perform, at the difficulty of the move. And sometimes you have to watch it a couple of times because you notice that Lee's actually passing off the handle of the rope to Shane while Shane is pretty much upside down, which is a pretty difficult trick. And of course, the more difficult the move is, the more likely they are to miss. So there's going to be misses even at the highest level.
That's true. There it is.
I've got a team that would rather miss on a hard routine than have an easier routine and get it clean.
Yeah, that's the
And
move.
the mistakes kill you. It's just
That's the move.
no way around it. But I still think I would encourage them to try the hard tricks because I am proud of the way that they go for it and maybe
Grim's back.
accomplished, something great.
Yeah, that's like a real thing though, is like how you structure your routine, whether you're gonna go all out or if you're gonna play super safe or if it's like somewhere in between, which is oh man, I can't even imagine like being at the region I was in did not have national champions, except for one time there was some Arizona jumpers and Seth was there, which was really fun to watch. He's so good.
Are you nervous?
Not really.
Have you gone through your routine in your head?
No. I'll just go over it when I get to the place.
People that know that I jump rope treat me a lot different than people that don't know.
You signed it for my sister.
They're just like, oh my God, you're a star, and oh my God, you're like the best jumper in the world, and oh my God, you're great.
I haven't seen this happen, by the way. Like, I'm sure it actually did happen for Marcus. I haven't seen it happen since.
Guys, this is a great day. One of the best things about jump rope is that everyone is encouraging between one another. So I got one question to ask, loud and proud.
So this right here, this gym is huge, right? Like there's a lot of jumpers here. This is a lucky region and a tough region where you actually have to work for your place at nationals. So not the same. Like in the shots that we saw before, there was like a quarter of this, and like people don't even have to. On the male side, you don't have to work that hard to get to nationals. For females, there's usually more female jumpers than males at competition. But even still, at like my region, it's so much easier than there's so much competition here.
Are you guys ready to jump?
Thanks, Grim.
And I don't say play ball, I say...
It's good to have you back, dude. Hope things are going well.
We used to the old league, but we just had to come in here and try our best and just try to do what they do. Like things we didn't understand, because they use words like heat, and we don't use that. Like,
and it's a lot more rope tricks involved too, more than what we ever did. We're not used to all these rope tricks.
So this is kind of the thing with competitive jump rope right here is like competitive jump rope's like, oh, like you got good skills, come to our competition. But there's like, it's like you're over here, and why don't you just show up over here and make sure you figure it out and like you do it the way that we do it. It's kind of it's not, but it wouldn't be great. Well, damn, dude. Well, I hope things are eventually work on the up and up. It's such a competitive jump rope thing where it's like, here's the way we do it, and you got to conform to the way we do it, but still show up, but like don't do it the wrong way, you know. Like it's a competitive jump rope has that weird little edge to it which might be kind of hard to pick up in the movie because obviously they were trying to profile the positive stuff, but both sides.
We just do flips and more flips.
These guys are so good.
I admire like every jumper that risks so much by doing such hard things. But to be a well-rounded jumper, you have to be consistent.
It's all about how you perform. If you don't give a clean performance, then you're nothing.
And you're nothing,
It's
dude.
0.4 of a point for a mistake, 2 or 3
If
mistakes.
you miss,
and it hurts
you might as well just
tremendously.
stop
I tell them
jumping.
that they need to be able to do the skills 9 out of 10 times before they really even should put it in the routine.
If you miss, just don't bother showing. Just leave, go home.
Fourth place will advance to nationals, and our first place winners, 18 and older division, summer wind skippers, Kelsey, Shane, Lee, and Callie.
Lisa, you got it. You got the silver.
First place.
I love how excited he is to get first, even though he
I know that if I didn't win all these medals, I'd probably have an attitude right about now.
probably have an attitude.
Nationals now, so there's a lot of hard work ahead of us.
Yeah, Ohio region is like you gotta show up if you're gonna.
You know,
be
I
in that region.
congratulate all of you, but now, guys, it's all done. Some of you have targets on your back. And somewhere out there,
Targets on
there
your
is somebody in this country working very, very hard to beat you. In life, you must want to win. If you were
How
satisfied with
uncomfortable to
what
have
you
that,
did Saturday,
that camera's just
you've
like,
already
how do you
lost.
feel about
But I
that?
think you also have to learn that you're not always going to. You're not always going to be the person that walks out of the gym with the gold medal. You're not always going to be the person that walks out in life with the greatest job or the most money or the biggest house or the biggest car. That doesn't mean you can't be a winner. I think people that lose sometimes end up being the biggest winners because I think it teaches you character.
He is like our dad. He puts us together as a family. Basically, my team is my family. It's the people I like to
Damn,
be with.
Grim.
It's the people I have fun
Savage.
with.
I don't know, we have to think of something. Maybe Emily can help us.
When younger girls on my team ask me for help, it makes me feel good about myself because I know that they're looking up to me.
We have this part where
It's wholesome.
she does like this high frog, but we want something harder there and we don't know what to put there.
Can I see what you do first?
Yeah, that's
This
so
sport
real though. Just
hasn't
like
been ruined yet
having
by
the
competition.
thing on
Kids
the
are
head,
so
the rope on
friendly
the
and
head.
still cheering for each other and things. But to get this sport in the Olympics, it's a double-edged sword. We're going to gain worldwide attention, but I think we're going to gain it at the expense of what we see in the sport today.
Now we are not in the Olympics, right? But we have gained the attention far beyond, I think, what most people's understanding or expectation was for getting into the Olympics. So, yeah, I am standing the whole time, Zyla. that's how it goes. You already know though. But it's an interesting statement from this guy saying we're gonna get the attention at the expense of the current character of the sport, which is interesting to reflect on. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but because the recreational side is different than competitive, but it's interesting.
As far as the attitudes.
The
I'll jump that
attitudes,
one.
dude.
I've always been taught you're supposed to treat other people the way that you would like to be treated. So even though we are competing against them, I want to help them to be the best.
That's
that they can
super
be.
real. On your team, you still support your team.
Emily, she's a classy jumper.
If you're on a bad team,
And
but
it's fun having
good
her in
teams
the
you
gym because of that. And we want to push the limit with jump rope too. We want to keep trying new things and we want to make our routine harder.
Hey, why do all jumpers have like super baggy shorts and baggy
We push
shirts?
each other in practice and we push each other
That was me
to
too.
be the best that we can be. All day at school, I sit there and think about what the team might need improvement on or what we can do to work harder.
Yeah, that's facts, Bobby.
I always push myself because I know right now I can be the top dog, but I know that other people are constantly, right behind me and right on me.
When she was the top dog, is the top dog. Tori's skill is like There's only a handful of people.
This is my jump rope.
450. Oh my gosh, Grim! I bet Grim, you saw that, right? 462. Are you kidding me? That's so hard. She was 12 years old, hitting 462 in 3-minute speed. That's nuts.
Scores I got. The other goal markers I have randomly around the house just to remind myself what I'm training for. Yeah, I have one in my room. Here's the one in the mirror. I have one in my jump rope.
Let's see what her goals were. 30-second, 90 and 30. That's pretty straightforward. That's not that challenging. 1 minute 172, definitely respectable. Also very matched up to the 90. 3 minute 460, that's nuts. She wants to get 180 in 1 minute of pairs double dutch speed. That's pretty good. Yeah. Goals: leg strength, arm weights, speed, push-ups, sit-ups. That's pretty decent. That's a good little skill card, though.
Bag. I have one in the bathroom. I don't know where my drive comes from. It's just natural for me. I know that I have to start at a young age to be successful someday and to get my dreams and to accomplish what I want to accomplish.
Yeah, 460 at 12.
In jump rope, people remember you not so much for what place you got, but for what you're doing.
That's very true. Oh, you guys are about to see a huge slam.
When we make a routine, definitely the first people on my list to impress are all the jumpers because they're expecting something new every single year. So I've got to deliver. Mrs. Hay, because otherwise she won't let us put it in. And lastly, the judges.
Crack my skull.
You know, you got to impress them as well.
So painful. That wasn't the slam. There's a different one.
It's just a lot of fun to be able to dream up new things that no one's ever seen before.
Go.
Ow!
Ouch!
That suicide kip is so rough.
Sweet Jesus. Am I bleeding out of my ears?
I wasn't there. So I think I talked to Kelsey about that on a podcast. So when they filmed that, what he just did, so it's called a suicide kip where you jump backwards. You are supposed to catch yourself, land on your shoulders and kip up. And I guess Shane, from what I understand, Shane kept slamming his head into the ground. That was like linoleum floor, so it was very obviously painful. There's one later where he actually misses a backflip and like slams super hard. It looks way worse, but apparently I think Kelsey was saying that it actually wasn't as rough as what you just saw. I love watching these guys jump.
Yeah, it's hard to get started, but we still jump through all the aches and pains and we make it work.
So oh my gosh. Especially for these guys, I would imagine always doing. Like, these guys always do strength stuff. Like they're always doing the most challenging skills. They're not practicing.
I hate not being able to do something. I keep doing it until I get it. I don't believe in making it easier.
Because it's triple. Triple, EB, triple. Rebound, picture.
So
I'll fix that.
If you could make it harder,
what the heck?
it's still not good enough. Coming from like a real, I guess you can call this a small sport because not that many people know what it is. It's important to show other jumpers what you can do. I'm jumping for them, not just for ourselves. You know, I want people to see what we can do, and I want them to do it back to us.
Oh, that's the worst. That's the
As hard
worst.
as you can possibly get it. But the chemistry isn't all the way there. We still have a few kinks to work out.
I think Nationals is going to be pretty tough. Because in my mind, I don't think we're ready yet.
You're
My
like
worst thing
never
is
ready though.
disappointing the fans. Like I feel like I let them down if I do that.
Everybody wanting us to do so well. There's just so much pressure.
Sure.
I hope we get it before nationals.
That's how it goes.
Got your warm up. Come on, all out effort.
I think we'll watch a little bit more, then we'll close it out for today and resume tomorrow.
Really tough, you guys. You got 2 weeks.
We're like,
you guys been hanging in there for the last
not
couple
even
weeks, so
halfway
now
through,
put it on.
actually.
We're gonna do double that speed because we need help.
Caitlin, where are you taking so long to get
Caitlin, come on,
in?
Caitlin.
Go. Caitlin, get in. Get in. Caitlin, get in. She's wasting time on purpose.
Don't argue, just go.
The arguing has made us so much closer.
This,
Caitlin, dumb.
this is Grim and I. Grim's just like constantly yelling at me, and then I'm just like there. That's how what you're seeing right here. This is how Grim and I would act if we were on a team practicing together.
No, you're not. You're jumping lazy. It's more of a family thing. Come on. More than a team thing now.
But a lot more
We gotta be much
expletives
more
coming from Grim.
It's not gonna work.
But I think maybe they're coming from you because he looks at me like his mom anymore,
Okay.
and it's like.
You need to practice.
What about everything else we have to do today?
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it
I have to
does.
do back handsprings. My arms are ready to fall off. What do you do in our double dutches? What's the hardest thing that you do? What do you do?
Just wasting time.
Guys, stop complaining.
Yeah, stop
Not
complaining.
complaining.
If I didn't feel like the yelling was helping, then I wouldn't do it. But I know my yelling is helping. They don't think they're good, and I know that they don't really want to work to be good, but I know that they're good.
I'm not yelling. I'm talking loud.
Hey, while Caitlin's over there, when you guys are in double dutch, I know you're getting frustrated because you're working your butt off, okay? But try and make it more of a thing where you're on her side.
I don't think that I do a good job with like telling them how I really feel about them.
I mean, you can do it easily. I mean, you're a born leader, so just get out there, focus, make her feel positive. It'll work. All right? Good.
That's why now, when I get mad at her, I try to yell positive stuff to her, even in a mean way.
Oh, yeah.
I can see Marcus is frustrated. Okay. He's doing well, though. He's holding it now.
Good flip.
We're doing 15-second speed. Purpose is...
Oh, just so you know, there's like a young Stuart Isaacs in here somewhere. I forget where he is, but I think he shows up at nationals.
Only one, and that's
and
to
a bunch of
get
other jumpers
faster.
as well.
I want you to get a partner, and I want you to push the speed. Go. Go.
Oh, yeah.
Go.
Closer to nationals, it's a full-time job. It's 6 hours a day, jumping physically.
That's actually not a joke. He like
I don't care
literally
what
has
happens.
6
I don't
hours
want
a
anybody
day.
walking off like this. I don't care if you fall flat on your face. You get up and you smile and you wave and you walk.
There it is. That was Stuart. That was Stuart.
And then you can make any face you want. Do not make that face.
Go.
You want to do a lot better than your competition. You wonder what they're doing right now, what they're doing to train, what they're doing to practice with their team.
3-minute rest. So this is 3-minute speed. Go.
It hurts to get better. To be a national champion, you have to hurt for it.
That's true. There it is. Ooh.
Where's Emily?
Ate it.
She's hurt? Like what?
So if you're wondering why we
And
cut
looking at her lower back head
to
on,
Emily
she's got a couple here that are out of place, but if you can get her to not
instead,
jump for another
it's
week,
because
it'll
Shane
probably
apparently
be better
wasn't like
off.
that
I don't
hurt,
think
I
you
guess.
have enough time to completely 100% heal before nationals, okay?
That sucks.
Do what Doc says and keep saying our prayers every day, and you'll be all right.
All right. We're going to stop there for today. We're going to stop at nationals. We're 40 minutes in. We've got like another 40 to go. We'll do that tomorrow, but I hope you guys like watching this. This movie to me is like, this is one of my absolute favorites because it did such a good job of like profiling what was actually going on in the sport. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed watching that today. We'll be back on tomorrow, 7 a.m. PST, same time as usual. Other than that, guys, I'm gonna close out the stream. I will be back on the onto Discord for a few minutes for the Disclusives, and yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Let me close it out.